Hello everyone and welcome to another video with me, Umbra Rays here, sporting a clean, I was going to say clean shaven and that's not true, but a brand new haircut, enjoying the month that of everything that April is bringing, both good, bad, and some things that seem bad that are actually good, and the content on the JP side just keeps on rolling, and that is something that I am very happy about because, JP side has felt like it's in a bit of a slump for the last 3 months. A lot of reused content, a lot of just, raids after raids. And you know what? That is kind of okay because, after getting, lucky with some characters and everything like that, it's, I've now started to build up the resources for Final Fantasy VII. And you know what? For anyone on Global who's wondering, Charlotte, great unit, already made a review about her. I'm totally passing on her, just because there are some units you just kind of got to skip. And I think eventually Agrius will be kind of a similar thing. Anyway, so what is new for JP this week? Well, we got a couple of old units getting some upgrades and some fan favorites too. Venera, Dario, as well as Uni. I gotta say, Venera is one of those units that I think has been, was a very long time favorite of mine. I got lucky getting her, and then she just was really high performance. Even now, she's just really good performance. So it's great to see that Venera is getting her EX. Regardless of how good it is, Venera is still good enough that I think that almost anything they give her will probably bring her back more into the meta, and that's great because I'm hoping she gets a little more, defense penetration-y stuff, maybe some slash resistance ignore, maybe some AP generation bonus. I don't know what she's going to get, but I'm very excited for her to get an upgrade because I also am ready for her to be EX. Definitely saving a lot of those resources for a couple of other characters coming later this week. Also, Dario is another character. Dario is a character that I've had for a long time and then basically had him ready to go up to 99, and I've just never quite got there into completely building him. But he is a character I really like, and for the most part, and yeah, I'm totally foresee myself both of these characters getting upgraded this week. So that's going to be really cool. As for Uni, I don't think that she's anything to ignore either. Just because if you think about what she could... Like, a lot of the lower tier units have been getting status effects that have been pretty nasty. And she knows, maybe she will. And that'll bring her more into contention with some of the other units. Either way, this is a great batch. I'm really excited for this. And I don't have to spend any resources pulling them, so that is also a great thing. All right, next up, here it is. Looks like Book 2 is finally here. Unless this is Interlude 2. I didn't actually double check before starting this video. Boy, let me just back here. This Story Quest Part 2, Chapter 1, or Section 1. We could finally be there. And if you take a look at this, we got a bunch of new characters here. Like, obviously, Jaden is there with a couple of new supporting casts, which is really cool. But we also have Alem. And looks like we have a brand new group of characters. Looks like elf characters on the left-hand side, which is really, really interesting. Hey, guess what? The kind of over-dramatic interlude is gone now. And now we're getting into the next part, which looks to deal with a bunch of brand new characters. And that's just really, really exciting. So yeah. Gonna be looking forward to playing through this on... Okay. All right, next up, continuing on last month where there was a way to get the mid-tier vision card, we are also going to be seeing this also gives away one of the vision cards this month, But here, there will be a reinforcement quest for Phantom God, Beast, Devil, Chimera. And that ain't that just a mouthful. So by getting real raid boss level 5 on the Leviathan raid, which we'll talk about in a second here, you will get access to this vision card for free and the summon that comes along with it. And there will also be this quest where you will be able to get the rest of the vision card shards if you are able to perk out the difficulty. It'll be interesting because last month's with Kraken was insanely difficult. I even made a video about it. That's how difficult it was. So it'll be interesting to see where this vision card falls in terms of its difficulty, trying to get its shards, whether they will have toned it down or not. But, yeah. Alright, and speaking of which, the Leviathan raid. This is not a big surprise. Leviathan will probably be a mostly water magic, fight. It's basically Charlotte's raid, and she'll do very well in this. And obviously there are some other Thunder units. Yes, I know, say it or do so that no one else has to say it. This raid, I don't know. I don't think it's going to be really all that difficult. Its primary weakness is Slash. Obviously Thunder as well. But Slash teams are pretty darn strong and have some really good units in there. So I'm thinking that this will be a relatively mundane raid. The real raid boss, however, or the secret raid boss, which accidentally exited out of there. Will be a darkness attribute boss called the Devil Chimera. Basically, the new vision cards summon will be that. So he's a darkness, so you're going to be using light, and he's also weak to magic. So light magic. I don't know. I feel like there's probably some characters out there that are really good light magic damage dealers that will probably trivialize this fight. More so than these usually are anyway. Bonus units for Big will be Charlotte and Ketone. Also, Sakura, Venera, Moraga, and I think a couple other characters will also be medium. Dario and some other characters will be small, but you probably want to run the bigger characters anyway. And most people probably have Ketone, so that's probably who they're going to be using. And she, synergizes with Slash, so there you go. As for vision cards, we'll talk about the big vision card in a second here. It's a new vision card, but also Marriage Tool, IGN, and will be medium vision cards for bonuses, and a couple of ones for small, including the brand new Devil Chimera, but Oath of Love is also a one you can use. Alright, now we're going to get into the vision cards, and there are two new vision cards. We have another UR Mont artwork, looking great as always. Might have something to do with the brand new story. Not entirely sure at this point, but this as well will be our next vision card. This is the one you can earn from the raid, the first copy of it. It does come with the Darkness Chimera summon on it, and just to really quickly double check. Large damage, and interestingly, this summon also has all attribute down. It might be actually a really solid mid-tier summon. Taking a look at it, Darkness is the condition for this vision card. Avoidance up, single attack resistance up, and increased critical rate at level max for the entire party. Whereas limited application effect, or limited effect on the single unit will be attack up, and I want to say luck up. Probably makes sense, seeing if the party ability is related to critical. That would kind of make sense. I always get luck and dexterity. I really got to spend more time checking out those. Alright, and as for our UR vision card, it is called the Lonely Lion. Did Mashari run off with Glassy? Is that what happened? Because I'd be okay with that. Alright, no surprise that this vision card is for Earth Elemental characters, so Ketone, probably who the intended character is for this. So by getting, for the single unit who has equipped this card, Splash attack up, defense up, and avoidance down, which is pretty good overall. Taking a look at the party ability for Earth, Soil Attribute attack up, hit up, and increased penetration rate for slash attacks. So interesting. Yeah, it's interesting because usually the new vision card synergizes with the brand new character, which in this case would be Charlotte, in which case this doesn't because it's an Earth Elemental card, not a Thunder Elemental card. So kind of interesting that they went with yet another Mont vision card here. I'm not entirely sure that it needed it, but Earth Element, getting more bonus for attack in Earth Element is not a bad thing. Alright, so that is basically everything. There'll be some banner news and some login bonuses stuff the following day, but that's really, neither here nor there, really that important. So taking a look at it, the EX jobs, there's 2 EXs here that I'm really excited about. We'll see if Uni can also break into the interesting category. Continuing down, the brand new story is looking pretty hype with a ton of new characters. Boy, we got a lot of new characters coming in the future, don't we? And as for the Devil Chimera, or the Leviathan raid, Devil Chimera and Leviathan raid, probably going to be fairly straightforward since it is just a slash week raid. Probably any slash team will do well enough. And then the Devil Chimera, anyone with Yuna probably doesn't have to worry. And as for the 2 new vision cards, both are really interesting. And I could definitely see a big argument for Keith getting the Earth Elemental card for a certain newer EX unit. And as for, it's basically a new free summon that might be pretty decent for a mid-tier summon. So playing the raid, if you're playing the raid and you're going to get this anyway, cool. Seems perfectly fine. Other than that, seems like a solid week on the JP side as we continue that countdown, waiting for Final Fantasy VII. Also, for anybody who's wondering, we are still going on this. 7 days down. More to go. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the global video, which the global video I think this week is coming out before the JP video, but still. Anyway, if you're interested in this new JP content, tune in on Thursday for my live stream. I will be playing it once it goes live. See ya!